talking about flowers. Today we're talking about herbs.
Yes.
Because these herbs are actually very functional. They're very trendy. You can use them in different ways.
Of course, of course. Yeah, you know what? Like the world right now, one of the biggest things in gardening is, you know, edible plants and making sure that plants not only look good, but maybe I can use them in some way, either in the kitchen or even for medicinal health purposes. So, you know, when we look at something just like this, and it's just simply a pot of thyme and oregano that cascades over, that itself just looks good. And if you want to take a little squeeze and a smell, take a squeeze and a smell, not me, the herb. You can smell the lemon.
Oh my gosh, that smells amazing.
You know, the lemon thyme that's there. And that's the whole idea, is the fragrance that comes off them. But when it comes to fashion, everybody always wants flowers.
Yes.
Right?
We
and
like
when
flowers.
it comes to the most fashionable herb out there, and the one that everybody seems to desire the most.
She's a hottie.
She is a hottie, and that is lavender.
Yes.
You know, when you speak about the French and Provence,
Oui.
Oui, oui,
Oui, oui.
oui, oui.
Oh, so
in the
beautiful.
Mediterranean, you speak about lavender. And lavender is a plant that can grow very well in many gardens, depending upon your hardiness zone. It's a perennial.
Yes.
So from zone 5 to zone 9, from the southern states, almost into the northern states, into the province of Ontario. As soon as you get a little bit further north, it's a little bit more challenging. The key about this guy right here is all about drainage. Okay?
Okay.
Mediterranean plant that doesn't like its feet too wet.
Yes.
So one of the biggest failures people do is they don't really think about the drainage. You want to make sure that you have really well-drained soil. What's really great about this, not only the flower itself that can be used, but you see that gray foliage that's there. That gray foliage is a really nice accent. So that's something
Absolutely. So you can just take some of this, put it in a pouch, keep your, keep your lavender by your pillow. People use it as a sleeping aid, and it just smells so beautiful.
Yeah,
put it in your drawers.
And as soon as you have that planted outside, even cutting some of the blooms and putting some of the blooms indoors, you just look really, really cool and
you're really cool.
One thing that people forget is that echinacea, this is coneflower. Echinacea, which is a medicinal plant and also is related to a herb. This is probably one of the best, and you can see the color variations that come in right now.
So that's echinacea.
That's echinacea.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, so we can use the root, we can use the leaf, we can use the bloom.
Okay.
The other thing too, this is really good for pollinators. So for the bees that are out there, if you want to plant a perennial plant that's really low maintenance, great long bloom period, great for yourself, but also great for the bees.
Yes.
Go out there and get yourself some of the echinacea and or coneflower. This one here, any guess what this is?
I have no idea.
Doesn't have a bloom, but I just like the stately presence of it. Could go to the center of the container.
Yeah.
It's a tropical plant, so in the southern U.S., this could grow really well. It's a bay leaf.
Oh, it's a bay leaf.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense, although these look very long and slim.
The variety of this bay leaf is one that does give a little bit more of a stately appearance.
Yes.
It's a little bit more of a column in the way that it grows. For people that want to put it outdoors in the center of a container, but they could bring it back in during the fall and winter months, and then you could say, hey man, I grow my own bay leaves. And people
Look at me.
And people would be like, that guy knows what he's doing. He does his own bay leaves.
I'm so confused by bay leaves, though. I mean, we all know I'm not a great chef, but you throw one in and that's it.
It's just for seasoning. You don't eat it.
No, you don't eat it. But I mean, how can one little leaf be so powerful that the flavor? They're all saying, but it is. I'm like, I know. I think it's amazing.
You know what I would compare to? As I'm one little guy.
Yeah.
But don't get me mad. I'm
So much
powerful
power.
too.
So much
I'm like a
power.
bay leaf.
Yes.
That's me. That's me.
Okay, it's all making sense now.
So this here, a lot of the times people have problems with lavender. And so they're looking for something that will have a nice little blue flower, nice long bloom period, and a compact plant. And this here is Cat Mint. So this is a new variety, and I'm just going to look at the name, make sure that I get it down. It's Persian, and with this is the Persian Cat Mint, and you can just take a look at the tag that's right there.
Yeah.
This one here, I've actually have in my own home garden. I've been so pleased with this, but a reminder, related to the mint family.
It's going to take everything over.
This is more mounding in its habits.
Yes.
So if you do traditional cat mint, it will go all over the friggin' place.
Okay.
Okay, so just a reminder. Now, do you have time?
I've got time.
Yeah, okay, we got time still?
I've always got time for you,
we
Frankie.
got time, and this is creeping time.
Okay.
And creeping time comes in many different colors, but I want to show the picture that's right there because it's really going to show the bloom because we just cut this guy back. This is a pink creeping time that can go in between walkways in a rock garden. Fantastic blue, pink flowers, forgive me. And this as well, if you get the lemon thyme, you can get a lemon thyme or a creeping thyme. When you walk across it, you get that fragrance of thyme.
Oh, that's lovely. So the fact that it says creeping, though, know that it's going to go wherever it can find a spot.
Oh, yeah. This guy here,
creep.
It can creep into your lawn. If you don't keep it contained, it can creep everywhere. It's kind of like that guy in high school that just wouldn't leave you alone.
Yeah. I remember that guy.
You remember that guy? Was he sage? Was he a sage guy?
He was not that sage.
Hey man, I could just do all these segues all day.
You could just keep going on.
Keep going all day.
On.
Sage, there's so many different varieties of sage, including tricolor sage. This is just a regular gray foliage sage that doesn't really have a bloom, but this in a fall container, if you're thinking, will take a really good frost so it can last a long period of time. This really works well with, as soon as you put that gray foliage, I'm just going to put it beside the pink echinacea that's there. It works really well with pinks and blues, so we can mix this in with our ornamental pots.
Yes.
And with this, it's going to create some great blooms. And then finally, Monarda. That's bee balm. So bee balm, bee balm, bee balm, bee balm, bee balm. Also a herb, perennial, that attracts a lot of pollinators. The only thing that with bee balm is it does get a little bit of powdery mildew. But this one here is the Blue Moon Monarda, also known as the bee balm. Fantastic.
Ooh,
so there
I like
you go.
the names. Very
Herbs.
nice. Now you know all the herbs you need. They are looking cool, but they are functional too. Frankie, thank you.